Bum, bum. We are live. Oh my days. What's happening, Crypto Fam and FutureVerse friends? Welcome to the live stream. Today is all about Gods and Goblins, baby, and a little bit of Walker World tagged on the end. Let's get straight into this. The Genesis collection, the Genesis generation of Goblins has launched in the Gods and Goblins world. There are currently, let's actually refresh it, 8,421 refreshed not long ago. Another 6 minted. So they're being minted all the time. I mean, we could probably just refresh it again now, and in a minute it'll just start pinging up. There's 8,427 of them currently. Some of them look absolutely fantastic. Some of them look a bit funky. That guy there looks great. What's happening? Kevin from Florida. Nice to have you in the chat, mate. Some of these goblins look sick. Some of these hairdos are actually quite rare. Now, this is what surprised me. At first, I didn't expect much of a secondary market for the goblins. I'm not going to lie. With them only being $20 each, you just expected everyone to run to the marketplace to mint a goblin, wouldn't you? But with the aesthetic look of some of them, you maybe wouldn't want one that you mint, and you might see one and think, oh, wish mine had looked like that. Depending on how much money you're going to have to spend to mint one, to get one that you like, the aesthetically, you like the look of it. It's got the head. As we start seeing more and more of them, we're seeing features that clearly preferable to different kind of people. For villains, for heroes, for NPCs, for you to run around in dressed as, you name it. There's going to be all sorts of things we can do with these goblins. We've got alien type heads, we've got big chubby noses, we've got it. That is actually a fantastic looking one, for instance. Great hairdo, great brows, oracle eyes. Been looking at a few of the traits. Some of the eyes, the oracle eyes are one of the traits that stand out for me. Absolutely. Not only did it look good, I think there's something coming from them. Regarding the traits and rewards and stuff, we know certain traits are getting certain staking rewards in Walker World now and stuff like that. So certain traits, they're going to go a long way within the Third Kingdom. It's in full swing, right? It is in full swing. The summoning, there's not much more details here, but the traits, they're doing a recurring. So the summoning is just the first opportunity to mint a goblin, but it won't be the last. Goblins are an infinite, always on mint, and there'll be seasonal events throughout called the recurring for future goblin mints. Seasons will have unique goblin heritage available, with each season impacting how the horde will develop over time. The traits and aesthetics, I mean, the goblins are so much more than PFP. They're 3D digital collectibles optimized for gaming and mixed reality experiences. Each male or female form is entirely unique, generated from thousands of potential traits from an evolving trait pool. Grow your horde and personalize them through our upcoming accessories collection. The upcoming accessories collection. So we can see here on this screen that most of our goblins look like this at the moment. They are wearing rags. They've come out the tree, out the portal, wherever they've been. They've come out wearing rags. And we're going to have to kit them out. Junk's not just going to be to mint the actual goblins. Junk's going to buy them accessories. Amulet holders will be dropped a bounty of junk on the 3rd day. I believe that's tomorrow. To aid on you building your goblin horde, you can also earn junk via sacrificing the NFTs, as we all know. We've all been on that. But the accessories in the secondary market, I think I underestimated a little bit. I really did. I believe when you look at the aesthetics of them and how good some of them look, like I say, as villains, we'll be able to find. I mean, he looks like a little bit like a green alien Megamind, innit? It's like a Megamind goblin. That guy there with the oracle eyes. Very stern looking. He could be a villain in your land. And land, something I think people will talk about a lot more as the space evolves. Digital real estate. How are you going to put, like, like in the early Web 2s, like how are you going to get traffic to your website? How are you going to get the traffic to your land? What kind of stories are you going to come up with these characters that you now own? I've got 5 of them currently. My mod is 5. I absolutely love this guy. I'm going to be running around looking as him. He's potentially a bit villainous. Got some absolute beast female there. The eyes on her I absolutely love. So for the traits there, the Mamuferno eyes. And as you'll see in a minute now, as we go back to the other traits, we get all the goblins up. They're not joking when they say a ridiculous amount of traits. Just the eyes alone. There's a ridiculous amount already. Just with the 8,400 mints. All the way down to Z. We want the Mamuferno. So find your traits. Mystic Ferno, Mamuferno. And currently only have 49 goblins with them eyes. So them eyes at the moment are actually quite rare. And if you start stacking traits, say I want someone with was it Vivian? It was, see, straight away there wasn't one. There isn't one with them eyes because there's only 45 of them. They're actually quite rare. So again, secondary market, if you see one with certain eyes, like look at her there and him, like some of these with them eyes are making excellent looking villains. For your NPCs, if you're going to build a little bit of land or plan on building out a little bit of a game on the land you own, I think there's a hell of a lot of people in the space planning on getting land that don't think they really know what they're going to do with it at first. And just simply telling stories on it and creating your own games. I believe that the FutureVerse team with the open metaverse, they're going to make it easy to offer in-game mechanics. Like we're seeing with the Fortnite editor at the moment, where you can just add a gun spawn or you can just add a vehicle spawner. You don't have to mess about having a code what a vehicle spawner is. It'll just say in a build menu and the user interface, like, do you want to put a spawner? What do you want to spawn there? How far do you want to play it away to spawn it? Do they have to press a button to spawn? Do you have to do this? And I think it'll display it easily. So people who own land shouldn't really be worried about how they're going to build on there. It should be more what they're going to build on there. They're going to implement the FutureVerse lore. We can go to pages with lore within Gods and Goblins. And the lore's getting extremely in depth now through the whole of the open metaverse. And some of these goblins look fantastic as villains. Like I say, if you want a certain looking villain and you're not finding him in the mint, but you see him on the secondary market, purchase him. But I don't see him going into the $100s, $200s, $300 for, or even like anywhere near fluff floor territory, unless you have a brain with them and like a general that can just go on land and already command an army. And that gets into weird territory where we're combining assets. So you'd be selling that and the brain. Is that even going to be a thing in the future? Time will tell. It's going to be fascinating to watch it evolve. It really, really is. I'm getting excited to see it dropping now. There's 2 major things I'm getting excited about. One would be the actual worlds of the open metaverse dropping, and 2 would be the ASM brain simply as a chatbot, like we're seeing with ChatGPT now. Walker World, I think it can be compared a little bit with what we can potentially expect from the junkyard and the junk shop with what we're seeing with the ooze and the ooze staking. Now, at the moment, on the face of it, it looks like potentially that you're only going to be able to get ooze via staking. Again, I haven't got that many assets staked, so for me, it's something if we go to the store and say, like, I want this piece of land here, looking at like 10 years. 10 years of staking till I can get that with the assets I've got staked. But that's not the only way of getting ooze. Tomorrow we'll see a couple of 100 ooze come in. Some people are going to see thousands because of the amount of assets they've staked. But I picked something up on a video. I don't play it. No volume. But let's get this playing. Now watch this as they're playing and look at what it seems like they're collecting. Alright. If we look at the ooze, it's glowing blue. It's a glowing blue material they use. Right, and you have a balance of ooze, and we're staking for ooze. We've got the interoperability of assets here, interoperability of owned assets within your character selection screen, which is fantastic. Again, how they merge with brains if they're NFTs is a different thing, but they clearly hold their own level of what you've been playing in. So you'll be ranking your Walker up in Walker World, the fluff will be ranked up in Walker World, and so on and so forth. This looks fantastic. Let's have a little watch, and I'll pause it again a little later when we see the goodies. As a grinder, as a game grinder, this is exactly what I wanted to see, and it took me a few watches to spot it, to be honest. At first I thought it was showing him where he could run on the wall. There. I thought that was like an indicator, because after he runs on the wall, I thought it's an indicator that he can run on the wall, but if that's ooze, I think he's actually collecting ooze as a run through the level. That's like a blob of ooze. Or it's an indicator that he runs on the wall. But it's in other places. There was a bit down there. It's all... collecting ooze. I think we need a grind for ooze. It's great to be able... It's got to be on it. It's got to be on it. I just want to see it somewhere else. Just randomly on the floor and not on one of them walls. But we need a mechanism to grind for ooze. Earn it in missions and whatnot. I think that's coming. We'll see it in a Walker Weekly in a minute. We'll have a little read through that. We haven't got Peckham tonight. He's at a birthday. Not sure where Chris is. He's busy as well. So it won't be too long. It's probably an half an hour stream. I'd imagine we're halfway through already. But we want to see them blue bodges somewhere else. So I know that they're not just... This indicates you can run on this wall. Because the back already, that makes me think they might just be the indicators. Otherwise, you just run over there, wait for it to respawn, run back, wait for it to respawn, run back. And you just do that all day. Or you go to the place where you found the most of them and do that, because you'd be earning ooze, you'd be grinding ooze. Look at the hovercraft, man. And just come round and, oh my days. Flip of the PvP like that, but like, is your level changed in the game? Because if we remember, if we go back to the screen, they had different levels. So they potentially just changed level. Just went to a higher level avatar. It's fascinating to think that, like, that's probably only that fluff in Walker World, or potentially, I shouldn't say probably, it's potentially only its traits in Walker World. So back in the Third Kingdom, that fluff could be a different level. But then again, and then we can start thinking about it not as a playable character, but as an NPC with a brain. And the brain remembers different worlds. So we've been told by ASF. I mean, this is getting close. Look at how aesthetically good it looks. Like, it does look fascinating, Walker World. And we've seen the Walker World. There's the heat. There, look at a little bit of that. Get in there. Oh, my days. Quality, absolute quality. So that's the first video in the Walker Weekly this week. If you want to enter the competition, go and like and retweet that. Enter your comments and tag people in the post at the end. We'll get to that. But that's a fantastic video, giving a crazy insight into it. The staking program is live. We've just had a look at that. We've seen the shop. The shop's actually got some impressive stuff in it. You can imagine people spoke about 10 available, 10 available. What happens when the whales have got this amount of ooze in the next few days, and they just go and buy all the weapons up, they buy all the jetpacks, they just buy everything up? What happens then? There's only 4 plots of land available. It'll take me 10 years at the moment to get one. This is just going to evolve and adapt, guys. There'll be more added to it. There's the land sales coming. They've been doing land giveaways. Someone won the land giveaway. Let's just scroll to that bad boy. Shout out. Nick 17 won the land plot giveaway. The other plot giveaway is a walker. So again, like and retweet the first one, and then tag 3 friends. And what's your dream collection you want to see in Walker World? Tell us in the comments below. It is worth shouting out that shouldn't have done that. It is the last Walker World. Walker Weekly, should I say, written by Jay Show in it. They put together the new gameplay teaser trailer, direct gameplay footage showcasing all of the new game modes, features, and mission gameplay with interoperable characters. R&D with the new Unreal Engine 5.2 features is underway. Fantastic, but not the best bit. Following up with Eds from GDC, they've got some exciting interviews with some top AAA gaming talents, and they're exploring a Fortnite interoperability options. Now, so we said the other week and the other day when this came out, the Fortnite editor, we had a little play with it on the stream with Chris. Fortnite is Epic Games. It's built in Unreal Engine. Walker World has been built in, that's in Unreal Engine. It's an Unreal Engine landscape. That means they've already got the files for all them landscapes and maps. As gigantic as they are, they can just cut pieces of it, cut tiles of it. They could just cut a tile out of Walker World map as big as the Fortnite island is and drop it in the Fortnite editor like that, and then start adding Fortnite type game mechanics and draw your Fortnite players in, and Fortnite players will be like, what the hell is this landscape? It looks proper sick. It's got that big NFT monkey there, and it's got what where's this actually from? And they're like, well, actually, bigger game out, Walker World, this is just a tiny piece of it, mate. Get over there, because the Walker World map is absolutely massive. We've seen in a Walker Weekly the other week, I think it was it like 256 kilometers squared or so? 256. I couldn't even, like, struggling to get our heads around it, considering games are usually only 40 odd kilometers square. It was absolutely crazy. But any FutureVerse game that's already built in Unreal Engine has already got the landscapes in Unreal Engine ready to go in Fortnite, and they can tap into that gaming community by legitimately just spending a couple of weeks to introduce some Walker World islands. It's a fascinating way to go, and clearly they're exploring it. They've said it in the Walker Week, like exploring Fortnite interoperability options. Super exciting that. When we consider reaching out to the masses and getting them into Gods and Goblins and whatever, any FutureVerse and Open Metaverse partner dipping the toe in and hooking in any other game community, it's going to be big. It's going to be big for all of us, for everyone invested, for everyone working on it, the lot. They've been developing activities which enable greater community participation. They're curious about community interest in role playing. And I'm sad that there's only 2 comments on this, because one of them's mine, and then one of them's the next tweet in the thing. So get on this and tell them what you like in gaming. Like, it's up to us, the community, to give these people the feedback that you want to see. So I literally just told them, love role-playing games, love crafting systems, love all them types of mechanics. Love to see an ooze mechanic where we can grind for it and collect it out. There it is. Love RPGs, crafting systems, skill trees, grinding for the resources. The lot open to be able to grind some PvE missions to gather some more ooze too. That's what it's all about for me. I want to see what these ASM Brains AI are like. I want to see what you guys who own the other land, I want to see what kind of missions and levels you can produce with your ASI Brains that I can hit PvP. We can all get some rewards. Hopefully there's some mechanisms for us to all do that on our land. But I'd imagine with the size Walker World is, we'll be spending a lot of time exploring at first. Because just look at the size of the landscape. This is a... Ooh, didn't want that. But I did want to pause it. there, because it's like, I mean, there's a mothership in the back for the aliens to the start, so a massive radio telescope, and then this is like a facility built into a rock face. You can see the dome. Now look at how good this is. Been built in Unreal Engine 5. And they're already testing out Unreal Engine 5.2 for the nanite and the lumens and the great processing. There'll be some AI plugins, no doubt. Probably plug their own brains into it soon enough. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that's being collected? And there's one down there. What was that? Was that on a wall? That's ooze. It's got to be ooze, hasn't it? He's going from a level 90, like, just swapping your character out. Boom, ooze. I wonder if, because the characters are just in the wallet. It's not the character collecting the ooze. It's just quality in it. Just swap the character out like that. The superheroines look sick. The game looks sick. The landscape looks sick. And it's just fascinating. And before I wind the stream down, I want to shout out one more project in the eco. Wilder World dropped an epic clip of racing. I mean, look at the road there. Is that like some future tech shield road where they're driving on energy? They're driving on photons. Are they driving on photons? Someone's in the Discord. What is happening? Hi, Sky. I mean, that looks like it's like some like the driving on like some photonic energy shield that's coming off the bridge. So like, here's solid matter steel pavement and whatnot, and that legit, because it's giving off that hexagonal. Ooh, because he's gonna go a normal road now. Watch this. Look at the like. I'll have to watch a bit of this a couple of times. Look, like there's the pavement at the side, and then this is still like energy road. Look at the buildings. I mean, they're still block out. It's block out buildings, innit? But look at how fascinating it all looks. It just needs the shaders and the textures and that add into it. Wilder World there. Look, that Miami there. Some of the buildings look sick, blocked out. Some of the architecture matches across several buildings, which is good. Good aesthetic theme to the city. But this road's sick. It's literally like a site. You can see through it, mate. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you can see through it. You can see the pillars below. Fascinating. Like, I yeah, love that. It's a sick little thing to add. Alpha footage, baby. But what happened then? He was driving that. Look at that, mate. This is gonna be sick to think, like, this is what I was saying. I wonder if you're gonna be able to bring all your Atom vehicles into this game. They're gonna be interoperable with Atom, because they know that Atom are doing bits with Walker World. So it'll be interesting to know if I can bring me Atom vehicles in here and drive them about myself while they're not whipping round being driven by AI. In Burn Down, whatever it is. What is it called? Oh, look at the foliage, mate. The trees look banging. The detail. I'm super looking forward to seeing it with these buildings with all the shaders on properly. It's just sick, that. Like, just literally laps. Because the other roads are not like this. The other roads are just standard roads. This is fascinating. It's like an elevated energy photonic road. Just getting out on the bridge. Just getting out on the bridge like you do. Look at the view there. Don't jump, bruh. Look at that. That shader's done. Ooh! Damn, that's some building, that. It looks bad, man, on it. Wilder World popping off, mate. This is going to pop off. Why am I? Oh, excuse me. It's insurance, please. Get on him. Get him off the road. They like... absolutely fantastic. They've got actual full-on write-up. Devlog. The same video, exactly the same video. Gotta check if it's the same or not. I know one of them went. It's just the same video. Yeah. Well, opening YouTube. We'll see how many views it's got, because it'll likely deserve a hell of a lot more. It's got 12,000 views. I don't know what that'd be like to like a new Fortnite seasonal views. Will probably get a few million, do you know what I mean? So this is the thing, like, as good as this looks, and it's AAA across the board and all that little NFT bit of it scares a lot of gamers off, and got to hit them gamers first if you want the masses to hit it running, because you're not really just going to get ordinary people to just all of a sudden start gaming. So the Walker world actively literally saying, look, we've started with some exploring Fortnite interoperability options, giving them potential access to a market of millions. I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer, that. It's a no-brainer. To see Wilder World and the Third Kingdom and the Gods and Goblins of Goblin Town, if it's built in Unreal Engine, Goblin Town, it could literally just go in Fortnite, be dropped in, and released relatively easy from what we're told if you watch the Epic Games content. Miami Racing looks bad, boy. Looks absolutely bad, boy. The Walfa track. I like that. Walfa track. Look at his energy projected tracks, bro. That's just a banging idea, that, because I'm into sci-fi and like didn't really. Just look at that. Just look at it. Look at the backdrop. Look at the buildings just beyond the trees. Look at the trees. Look at the floor. Look at that tree just on the left there. I mean, look at Jesus. Look at that. Look at the detail in the foliage. I mean, what? What is that like? It looks real, mate. If it wasn't for the road, like clearly being a futuristic road that we can't create yet, that like that scene looks almost it looks photorealistic. Little bits of fog in between the trees, the light just coming through due to lumens. Now, this is what people are producing in Unreal Engine 5 and 5.1. Now, to most people, having a point jump in Unreal Engine, like Unreal Engine 5.2, sometimes it's not that big of a deal, but sometimes there's new technologies or there's bugs fixed in new technologies like lumens and nanite and all this real-time editor stuff, like the Fortnite editor, so you can literally have your game playing on a server while someone's editing it. It's absolutely incredible. Incredible. That means that, like, yeah, think about you owning your land, and when you can build out on your land, whether you own it in Wilder World, Walker World, the Third Kingdom, Atom Track, think about being able to adapt it while it's live. Like, it's just fascinating. You have tracks that are not even there yet and get produced as the big, like, literally you could have events where there's just no track. People race, but you don't know the track you're going to race because it's going to be added as you race. Like, what? The open metaverse, it's going to give so many opportunities for people to not only just sit in the gap and have a buzz with a family, whether they release the game or not. You know, while you're building it, if you could build it offline, make sure you're happy with it before you release it, or you could build it online. But this looks absolutely incredible. Wilder World. The track is built using principles of sacred geometry and utilizes an organic substructure that reinforces the idea of a natural living and organic track suspended in the sky. The track moves out over the East Beach and ocean, moves through the Trinity Towers outside the perimeter of Little Meow, and then back around through the midpoint of the island near Trinity Edge. In total, the track is approximately 5.5 kilometers and takes around 2 minutes to complete at high speed in a Wambo. Ha ha ha! Wambo! Love it. When vehicles interact with the track, a translucent material responds and lights the way. The track is composed of plasmic glass, a native Ada-free material that is light, tensile, translucent, and giga-strong. The track enables racers to see the beauty of Wyoming from being in the sky, as well as see the city directly through the transparent inner core. The benefit that comes with building in a virtual space is we can more easily and feasibly explore unorthodox materials unbound by the constrained physics of OBR. Oh my days, look at that. That is also a prime example of why Unreal Engine is also used by architects. It's not just used for gaming, and why people can, like, that. That is a beautiful building that, if you have the right facilities and functions, games, levels, missions, puzzles, galleries, theatres, call it what you want, if you have enough of it there, people's gonna visit. Might pay you ooze to go and try and earn ooze, give ooze to try and earn brains, whatever prizes or just excitement, entertainment you want to give out. It's going to be super interesting. Parties on the top. Oh my days. Little sneak into the Unreal Engine construction there. Anyone wanted to, like, blow that up? You've got blueprint, the cloud actors, cameras, foliage instances. The foliage looks incredible. When the cars went through, mate, I was like, what? Look at the trees, bruh. Like, it just looks fantastic. Walker World as well. There's the materials. Dang. That's epic. On epic. Ooh! Wilder World, man. It's impressing me, mate. It's gonna be a beast, innit? Wyoming, the first major city in Wilder World, Digital Destiny. I don't even want to keep scrolling or read. I want to just keep looking at that. My days, blood. Looks incredible. Looks absolutely incredible. The first major city is a digital destination that offers an endless array of possibilities for exploration, creativity, and skill development. Education, you have a school, talk about what to build on your land. If you're a teacher and you own land, teaching a metaverse. I'm telling you, mate, it's the way forward. People want to embrace it, because the disruption it's going to cause in almost every single industry is untrue. And people can be like, oh, it's just games, though. It's just games. Oh, no, bruh. It's virtual meta spaces now attached to Web3. We're going beyond gaming. Yeah, it started with gaming, but it's going beyond it. Any one of these buildings that people build on their land can be anything, like we say, from a theatre to a school to a gallery. The only limitation is your imagination at the end of the day. And it's been the same as it's always been. It's innovate or die, innit? Some of this, look at it. I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing this, guys. I don't know whether it's the first time anyone watching this is seeing it, but I'm like, I've not really seen this before. Yes, Mo Meta. This is blowing my mind a little bit. I don't talk much about XRP, Fitness Freaks, mainly because the most exciting projects that's using XRP is what I'm covering now, the FutureVerse. So the FutureVerse, the root network, where these goblins are, we covered these at the start of the stream. But where all these bad boys are, all the goblins, there's a few thousand of them coming through. And there's about 8,482 at the moment. These are on the root network. And in the future, when this has a full-on marketplace and games and metaverses, like we've just been speaking about in the Third Kingdom, the metaverse, and it goes way beyond gaming into anything you can think of with AR, VR, gaming, entertainment, that has transactions going through it, will benefit off the open metaverse. And it's a matter of what network do you choose. A root network has chosen XRPL to pay the gas fees of the root network. So there's not really anything else. The court case and all that, mate, I'm done with that kind of stuff. Reserve currency is what it is. The US dollar's going to lose it in the next decade or two. Reserve currency status. Another currency is going to take its place. Don't know what it'll be. Will it be an XDR basket of cryptos like XRP, XLM and all that? Don't know, but we've covered it all, mate. Covered it back in the day, so we're covering stuff that excites us now, which is mostly this. Little meow in Wilder World, yo. It looks fascinating. Like, I don't know what you do. Fitness freaks, think of a metaverse gym that you want to run, right? And you buy an ASM brain, right? So let's go ASM Cortex. So ASM, you can get an ASM brain. It's basically your own artificial intelligence that you can turn into an AI agent, from chat bots to trading bots to in-game NPCs to an online assistant personal trainer. So you could pick an avatar of your choice to be a trainer in a virtual gym that you construct, and then you could place that gym in Walker World, Wilder World, the Third Kingdom, all these other parts of the open metaverse. You could charge XRP and still be paid in XRP to the root wallet. These root wallets will take XRP. So yeah, it's on XRPL, mate. It's open metaverse, and it's gonna be so much bigger than gaming. Like, people's gonna grasp that in the next several years. It's just starting with gaming. I'm fascinated by this picture because it's huge, that, isn't it? Little Meow is situated at the southern tip of the island. It's flanked by long white sand beaches to the west, south and east, coupled with expansive views of the ocean, the Trinity Islands and Miami's core downtown area on the mainland for perspective. Little Meow is situated to the southeast of where filming happened for the recent alpha gameplay teaser. The massive worlds, considering what we've seen previously in games, this is like nothing previously seen, except for No Man's Sky, that procedurally generates all the planets and stuff. But when you're talking a level planed landscape, and you've got the level plane of just a big landscape, nothing on these. Unreal Engine 5 is changing the game, and like we say, when we get to 5.2, with what Walker World have managed with the size of their thing, 256 kilometers squared. Go and find a game that's anywhere near that. It's at Minecraft and No Man's Sky. The land sale's coming soon. potentially could do a little bit of math on what we think ooze is worth and how much ether or other token it will be to purchase land in the future. But there's a land sale coming, and I'd imagine more will be added to this in the future. Medium sized. Don't want to claim it. I just wanted more info. I wonder how big it actually is. Medium land, large. No small on there yet. You'd imagine there'd be a small one if it's medium and large. But between Gods and Goblins dropping, Walker World staking dropping, Walker World sneak peek, interoperability of characters, the potential use on the wall, grinding, just collect use all day. If you've got that's just a matter of time. Current game grinders will lap that up, mate. You're telling someone who can go on a game and just play and play and play and just hit these blobs of blue. Just keep hitting them blobs of blue. And then you can go to the store and buy jetpacks and walker women and walkers and seekers that you can then go and throw on OpenSea or on a root marketplace if they're bridged. Because we'll get some bridging in the future. These are all coming through as root now. Go to our assets. We used to being in the underground and used to all our assets just being on ether. It's not the case now. Some are on root. Some are going to be bridged over if you so choose to bridge them. Yeah, so we've got amulets, goblins. It's going to blow up. It's going to be interesting what networks. I know Wild has got their own Wild token and stuff like that, but it'll be interesting to see what other networks, other people, and other projects choose. But yeah, Fitness Freaks regarding XRP, mate. Show me a more exciting project than this on the XRPL or using the XRPL, the IMP one. They're just Equilibrium maybe, but I don't believe the games are anywhere close. So as good as what they're trying to do, they're not competing. And keep coming back to these epic pictures because just look at that, man. I'm just going to gaze at this for a couple of minutes before I turn the stream off. I swear to God, the team, yeah, needs to just give themselves a pat on the back because that's photorealism like you don't get in many games. The worrying thing is, what kind of GPU do I need to run to get it looking like that? Hopefully we don't slip down too many LODs. There's going to be quite a few LODs on this. Actually, because if we got, let's go in. Is it a 3D viewer? Thought it was on this. We've got a little bit of insight to the level of detail in the goblins on the GPUs. So it was definitely on this 3D viewer. I'm sure it was. 100% sure it was. You change the detail from ultra, high, medium, and low. I think there was 4 settings. Not 100%. I was whipping through it, Gidda, having a buzz because I just minted. I'm going to turn that down a little bit, lad. Open controls. So you see the goblin at the moment. We can see the shader as give all him definition in his arms and his belly, and it really doesn't change that much. So if you had a really bad GPU, like the lowest requirements the Third Kingdom's going to require, that's what it'll look like on that GPU. Yeah, his 6-pack's gone. Ooh, still the same goblin, still the same guy. His hair just struggle a little bit and stuff like that, and you won't get the ultra. But the two in the middle, they're not like the ultra's environment hit. Like the high, the goblin's there. The ultra, the goblin don't really change. Then its environment changes. So we're getting a little bit of shader and GPU requirements here, and from mid to low, it really doesn't change that much. It just be the fog and that tonal filter. Yeah, just losing a little bit of. I mean, even mid, just get yourself a mid-range GPU that meets near the low requirements, and you'll see quite a bit of detail in most of the goblins. You're not really losing any of the details like in the low. They still look great, man. Go to the upper border. Looking a bit old there, lad. Didn't look as old in the other pics. But yeah, that's a little. It's something I think about now and then. Is the requirements of the GPUs to play all these worlds with them looking so sick. Like every single one of them, even Walker World like this here now. Like look at the meshes, the detail in the meshes. Like be demanding. It'll be demanding on some systems, man, to have like all the rocks and that look as detailed as they do. Fascinating to see. Like, I can't wait for Worlds to drop. It's coming. Coming, man, towards the back end of this year. But we're like, it definitely looks like Wilder World and Walker World are ready to go. I'm not too sure about Gods and Goblins in the Third Kingdom. But we'll see some more trailers dropping soon, no doubt. And it's getting super exciting. So yeah. As for more meta being in the chat, Mo, we're gonna have to get you on soon. Maybe with Blue as well. Not like he had much to say on that video, but yeah, we're gonna have to get some of the community in on the Discord and whatnot, and start having some speculative discussions about where this is all going. Because we all understand in the future we'll be streaming from in world, showing people what we're building and whatnot. We've got Core World on the way. Sent emails to the ASM team about brains. We've asked some questions about using Root to mint on the Root network and whatnot. Yeah, now I'm actually signed in. Follow the Twitter. It's not even linked in the thing, but we've got we're literally just waiting to hear back to make sure that we can definitely mint tokens on the Root. We can do our own assets on Root, and it can be interoperable with the other projects as well as what we're going to build. We're going to build the lore of this story out across different patches of land and landscapes that we own across the open metaverse and FutureVerse. So yeah, I was waiting for the few answers back off the team, and then we'll be going full throttle with this. Hopefully become a community project and just inspire a bit of the community, and we can all work on it together in the end. Yeah, so stay posted on that because it's exciting. Super excited about it. Hopefully we could produce something on this level because this is just absolutely amazing. And on that, thank you for watching, guys. Each week now, I feel it's going to hot up a little bit because you know what's coming next, don't you? That Seeker dashboard's out soon, baby. That Seeker dashboard is out soon, baby. Oh, we'd like, yeah. Seeker dashboard, Seeker missions, Seeker part swap, loads of stuff coming. It's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. So make sure you tune in for episode 9. Mo 100 in the comments there. We'll set it up. Might be a slightly later stream when we do, if we do one with Mo and the team from the other side of the world, just to ease with the time zones. We might change the time of it completely, just to suit all. So if we do plan that, we'll make sure to advertise it and let everyone know on Twitter before we do it. Yeah, but on that note, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Live long and hodl, baby, and get ready to yield, grind, and stake for your life. Yeah, exactly. 6 a.m. there, Mo. It's 10 to 10 here, so I guess we could put. I could push one a couple of hours, mate. We'll sort it out. We'll get in the chat on Twitter in the next few days or weeks, and we'll sort one out. Get a few of the guys in and on, and we'll have speculative discussion, baby, because you know we love it. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys, and get excited because, as we say, it ain't slowing down. Peace.